all right. Quick mic test. Real quick mic test. I gotta hope somebody shows up so I can do this. Josie should be watching or like refreshing the page to let me know when she gets here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank you. All right, so what I got to do is these little receivers, each mic, it's two different sets. So each mic takes a different receiver. So what I'm going to do is, because my other one's broke, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this one in first and try this mic and let me know if you can hear me, so I know which receiver goes which mic, because then I'm going to, take a Sharpie and label them, well, it's upside down, but 1 and 2, so that I know which mic goes with which, because today I only got like 2 hours out of each mic. So I got two other sets, but I only got one mic from each set, and the receivers don't work. It's fucked up. Like, they're the two exact same mics, right? Nothing different about them. Same brand, same model, same everything. But this one only works with one receiver, and this one only works with the other receiver, so I got to figure out which one's which. So I'm going to plug in receiver 1 right now, and I'm going to lose audio until I turn the mic on. Somebody tell me if I have audio in 3. Wait, let me turn the mic on. All right. I'm going to plug it in right now. So 3, 2, 1, plug in. Yes or no? Do I have audio on this one or no? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool. Now, so that's number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label that one real quick. Number 1. I'll put like a number 1 over there. I'll put a number 1 over there. I'll put a number 1 on here. That way I know there's no denying it. That's number 1. All right, now I'm going to turn this mic off, and I'm going to turn the other mic on. Tell me if I still have audio or not. In 3, wait, let me turn this one on. 3, 2, 1. The other one's going off. Hey, turn off. It won't turn off. Hold on, it won't turn off. There it goes. It turned off. All right. Yes? No? We have audio? Yes? No? Is this one working? It's good? Really? Oh, fucking sweet. Okay, cool. So, you guys hear me fine? Okay, cool. So that means both of these work on this receiver. Now I'm going to pull this other receiver out, right? Give me 1 second. Okay, I pulled the first receiver out. Put the second receiver in. Let me know in 3, 2. Go in there, you stupid thing. I can't find the hole. All right, 3, 2, 1. So Let me plug this other one back in and double check that both of them work with this one. Can you hear me now? How about now? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, now let me turn that one off. That one, we're good? Are we still good? Yes, no? Good. Okay, perfect. Fucking awesome. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, so what happened today was so my other mics that I have, my good ones, um, last time I was out, this little part right here, this plugs into your charger port on your phone to actually pick up the microphones, right? So you got your mic and your receiver. This little thing right here, the little part that plugs into your phone, straight up came out and got stuck in my phone. So my other mics, until I get the new freaking receiver, don't work. So I guess China is sending me a new receiver for the old mics, or the new mics. They're my new mics, which pisses me off. But until then, I got to use these old backup mics and figure out which ones are actually going to do the thing. So, shout out to China, right? Hey, at least China's going to make it right. All right, so I got to put. What the hell? My Sharpie just stopped Sharpieing. Okay, I guess the red and the black don't really go together. That's weird. Unless I let it dry out too much while I had it. Hey, Anthony, what's happening? All right. What us a kilometer? I don't know who is us. Hey, Orp. Holy shit, man. I started live at night. I was planning on going real quick. Everybody shows up. I go to the fucking Deerwoods today and nobody showed up. Alright, so I need to figure out how do you get Sharpie off of something? I mean, it says it's permanent, but it can't be that permanent, right? You hate deer? Why is that? Just because they do dirty things to you? Nah, I'm just giving you guys shit. I figured it was Sunday. Everybody was out doing shit. Hey, Orp, are you shacking up with freaking JR now? I swear to God, I was under that impression, but I'm not sure. Damn, we got like freaking 10 people in here hanging out. I guess there ain't shit going on Sunday nights, right? Yes, the deer eat the happy plant, and they enjoy it. But see, okay, so I kind of consider myself a vegetarian because I really prefer eating deer, elk, and cows. And deer, elk, and cows eat vegetables. So therefore, by default, I'm eating vegetables. God, the freaking red Sharpie kind of like took a shit on me. Maybe we'll go pink. Hey, Steel City. I am very real. Lovato, I am very, very real. Believe me, I know what you did last summer. Alright, I gotta find a color that shows up on this damn thing. The red didn't, whoops. Oh, that was fucking bad. The red didn't show up. What color is this? That's silver. I wonder if silver will show up on the black. Oh, yeah. That shows up. Holy shit, that shows up. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color this whole damn thing silver. That way, there's no mistake in it. Because I colored the other one bronze for the good mics. Or not the good mics, but the other mics that I have that I know the one receiver worked for both. I colored that bronze. So I'll color these ones silver. That way I know. Because tomorrow, when I go to the deer woods, I'm going to need all 4 mics to make it through the day. So, Tommy Lee Jones. Really? All right. That should be visible, right? A 1 with a freaking silver square. So, what I'll do is I'll put a little silver square on this. This way tomorrow, when I get out to the deer woods, I know freaking what's what. I won't have to screw around with it. And I know they'll both work. Because as you can see, with that other receiver, neither one of these mics worked. So, I don't know what the problem is, but oh well. Oh well. Oh shit, everybody showed up and then everybody left. My beard's more beautiful. Me or Tommy Lee? All right, let me test this one more time, guys. Hey, Tony, welcome in. All right, let me test this out one more time. I'm gonna plug this. I'm gonna turn on the mic first. Okay, and then I'm gonna plug it in and make sure you guys can still hear me. All right. I'll have audio. Yeah, no. Yes. No. Still got audio. Is there anybody out there? All right, Josie coming through clutch. Yes. All right. How about now? Can you hear me now? Hey, Anthony with the thumbs up. Can you hear me now? Yes? No? I know there's like a 30-second delay, so yep, you can hear me. Sweet. All right. Cool. Cool. That means those work. All right. That means those work. Okay, cool. So now I only got to worry about having 2 receivers for 4 mics until I get my other receiver for my other mics, which I'm actually surprised freaking good old Mr. freaking Chen Wan over there is going to send them to me. Because the last issue I had with a Chinese company, they didn't give a shit and they didn't stand behind their product. So I have an entire shed in my garage still in the box because when I went to assemble it, the very first piece that you want to assemble wasn't in the box. And they would not stand behind it and send me the other part. I took the entire shed out, like every single piece, and sprawled it all across my yard. I sent them pictures, I sent them video, the whole 9 yards, and they replied with, "We're sorry you lost the part." So I have a fucking 12 by 14 shed that I paid $800 for that I can't put together because step 1 of the freaking instructions, the piece on it is missing. So anyway, sweet. All right, so I know now that these both work. I got to go plug these back in. Oh, I got the Starlink charging up. I got... Oh, the bow's not on the... Oh, check this out. Tony will appreciate this one. That is the wife's recurve. And she will freaking stick you in the eye from 30 yards. So, you know. But, all right, so now I dare you to break into the house. Let's see. I got to plug these in, get these charging. I got the Starlink is over here, living on the couch right now, charging up the battery. This thing is actually at, oh, it's at 96%. That fucker charges quick. So that battery charger's charging. Throw these other mics on the, whoops, what'd I do? Throw the other mics on these chargers real quick. And we're going to be set and ready to go for tomorrow. So I was going to saddle hunt tomorrow. And how off the grid am I? I'm on the grid. I'm just like in the middle of freaking nowhere. The nearest grocery store to me is over an hour away. So, all right. The bow's sitting here on the couch ready to go. Starlink's on the couch ready to go. Freaking tree sticks are on the couch ready to go. Dog's on the couch ready to go. The other dog's over here passed out ready to go. So tomorrow, guys, we're going to do a Starlink stream. I'm going to walk down into my normal area that I hunt that does not get cell service whatsoever. So, let's see. Are you talking to me, Longbow? I'm off the grid. I'm as close to being off the grid as... I'm pretty damn close to being as off the grid as you can be without still, you know. Or are you talking to Punch? Yeah, me? Okay. Yeah, I am, Wait, what are some signs straight guys use to tell if a guy is gay? Well, if your name is spelled wrong and it's Mixed Martial Artist 1 and martial artist is spelled wrong, you're probably gay. Oh, yeah, no, I'm like nowhere near suburbia. I hunt quail in my backyard. I would hunt deer in my backyard if there were more of them in the backyard. But if you open my back gate, it goes into tens of thousands of acres of just nothingness. There's not a oh, so you're gay either way. Yeah, you're gay either way. Yeah, if you're mixed and your name sounds like Mixed Martial Artist, you're gay. That's just common fact. I mean, if you look it up in the dictionary, it'll say anybody that spells their name wrong, you know, like Mixed Martial Artist. It says in the dictionary that's the definition of gay. So that answers your question. Anything else we can help you with? Would you like to come out and, you know, we can give you tips on how to come out to your family. But yeah, no, if you go out my back gate, you're not going to hit another. You'll probably never see another human for 3, 4, 5 days if you walk straight out my backyard. So guys, I was going to go take the saddle and saddle hunt the area that I was at today, because I did see deer this morning in there. As I was walking in, There's that bush that I normally sit when I'm on the ground over there because it's a perfect little it's a perfect little wedge. So I kind of tuck back into that bush, but I got clear line of sight both directions and in front of me, and that's where that deer came in on me on Thanksgiving, where he came from back over my back shoulder and came in this way. But I did see 4 or 5 does in there this morning, and I have a doe tag. So my theory for tomorrow was I was just going to grab the saddle. I have the saddle in the truck, but I left the freaking damn climbing stick sitting on the couch because I cleaned out the truck the other night. So my thought was I was going to go in there and jump up in a tree up there. However, I don't know if you guys saw the short that I put up this morning after I left the deer woods. I was going to go hit another spot and keep hunting this afternoon. I was going to hunt the afternoon. But if you guys saw the short where I was walking through and everything was on fire, the area that I was going to be at tomorrow is now on fire. So what happened was forestry did a controlled burn last week and they didn't put everything out, and there was still shit smoldering, and I just kind of went walking through there to go take a gander and see what was going on, and I came up on a bunch of trees that still had flames and shit. So forestry's all over that. As I was leaving, they were coming in hot because I called 911 straight up, because all it would have took is the wind to kick up, you know, a 3 to 5 mile an hour gust above what it already was, would have blew all those embers that were already blowing around right into the thick that wasn't burned. Because what they did is they burned the backside of a hill, so you can't see from the street and the road that where the burn was. So I kind of hiked back around the hill a little bit, and it was all ready to burn again. You know, blow embers up the hill and burn it. So forestry's all over that. So there's no way I'm going to go back in there tomorrow. It's that whole area is getting blown out as we speak. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go back down into my normal hunting area. I kind of went and checked it out a little bit today. I kind of walked in there. I didn't take my bow. I didn't take anything. I just did a quick walk through, couple hundred, 400 yards down the entry there, and I didn't see any fresh track. And by fresh track, I mean human track. Because there is a little fire road, I wouldn't call it a fire road. It's more like a 2-track. But there was no new prints in there. So that tells me that nobody's been down there for a little bit. So I'm going to go lug the Starlink way down in there. And tomorrow morning will be Starlink Live down in that. So unfortunately, the Starlink and the tree saddle and the climbing sticks and all that is just way more than I want to carry in there. Because going in is not bad. It's all downhill. Coming out sucks ass. So, and I got to go through a couple of ravines and all that. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to get all that weight down in there. Because that's like, Tony's going to laugh at me because I know he's got military background and he's going to call me a pussy, but it's like 45, 50 pounds I got to lug in there. So, yeah, I am seriously considering, well, I have the ropes, I have the Mad Rock, I have everything to do the one sticking. I just don't have a tree big enough at the house, hey, hunting and stuff, to practice getting down the tree. So I want to be 110% confident with getting out of the tree with that, the one rope. So You had to cut the weight too. Yeah. Well, I mean, military guys, you guys are used to packing 500 pounds of extra shit with you through some gnarly shit too. So, but yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow morning, guys. We're gonna get up. I gotta stop and get gas on the way in, which means I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a whore bath in the parking area because I'm gonna, even though, um, even though I'm gonna change everything that I'm wearing, I will. I know some of you guys know it, but I am straight up anal about what I wear into the deer woods. My camo that I wore today has already been washed, dried, and back in the scent-proof bag, along with the socks, underwear, and shorts and t-shirt that I'm wearing underneath it tomorrow. So what I'll do tomorrow morning is I'll drive out in, just a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and probably flip-flops, and I'll stop and get gas on the way out. I was going to do it tonight, but there was freaking like a 40-minute wait at the Indian casino. So I decided not to wait. But what I'll do is I'll get there in the morning. I'll strip down butt ass naked and change everything. Everything. Straight up. Underwear, socks, my shorts that I'm wearing under my camo, my shirt that I'm wearing under my camo. And then I'll go hike it out. So I'm hoping to be on time tomorrow and actually start making the walk in at gray light. So, 5:45, 6-ish my time. So like 9 East Coast. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if I actually make it on time. Usually I don't. Usually I'm late for everything, but that's the plan anyway. Tomorrow, we are absolutely 100% going to be Starlink hunting. I have a couple of spots picked out where I know I get a clear view of the sky with the Starlink. So I'll be able to set it up pretty quick and easy now that I got the whole system down. I'll unpack it, set it up, get the live going, and hopefully catch those deer on the way back to that bedding area. My hope is that tomorrow is the last day of my season, which on one hand, it's beautiful, but on the other hand, I really, really, really want to extend it out to like the very last second. You know what I mean? So the Starlink Mini itself, we got it on the Cyber Monday deal. I think it was like $219 for the Starlink setup. And then the part that kills you is the battery power that you need for it. It draws like 50 watts on startup. And then while it's actually running, it's drawn anywhere between, I was watching it the other day, it was pulling like anywhere between like 26 and 35 watts. Want to see my rod he's running off the 20 volt DeWalt battery. So it's about 4 hours off of each DeWalt battery. I went and bought the Jackery 500 power bank, and that thing was $260 something bucks, but that'll let me run for 14 hours without having to swap the battery. And that also has extra ports on it for like USB ports. It's got a 110 outlet on it. So, I can charge my phone, I can charge my microphones, and I can run the Starlink all at the same time. The only problem with that Jackery power bank thing that I got, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's a little over 15 pounds just for that. But on the boat, if you want to put a Starlink on the boat, then you can get an inverter, and you can run it off of the boat it runs off 24 volt. So, um, you know, you just get an inverter and you can run it off your house battery or your starting battery or however you want to do it. But you can wire it into the boat. They do sell, and I don't know if Starlink themselves sells it or if it's like a third party. I know you can get it on Amazon. You can get a power bank that you can wire into like the car, or the boat or whatever. I just, with deer hunting and fishing and all that, I'm just going to use that battery bank. It's easier. It's a one and done. The problem with Starlink is the monthly price. So, the Starlink service itself, it's just like any other satellite dish type deal. As long as you've got good clear view to the sky, you're good. Yeah, Starlink runs off the 24 volt. I plugged it into the cigarette lighter on the truck, and it wouldn't power it up. So, it's a 24 volt system. So, Rod's running it off the 20 volt DeWalt batteries. So, I guess technically it's not 24 volt, but a regular, my 18 volt DeWalt battery, or Milwaukee battery, wouldn't power it. And just plugging it into the battery pack on the truck, the little cigarette lighter on the truck, wouldn't power it. So I got the battery pack for it anyway. But the problem with Starlink is the freaking monthly price is either $50 a month for 50 gigs of data, which I did, I think, like 6 hours. And I'm already up over like 15 gigs that I've burned. The unlimited is $170 a month. So it's pricey. It's pricey. But you can cancel your service with no fee. So if you know that, like, for instance, my home lake, the reason we got Starlink was because my home lake, I do not get cell service there anymore. So my only way to live stream from the home lake on the boat will be Starlink. A bunch of the other lakes around here, I get some service here and there through the lake, but it's spotty at best, and the video quality is trash. So with Starlink, I'll be able to have, 5G style freaking video quality and not have to worry about, losing service. Wired two 12 volt batteries together so you can charge them separately. You guys, honestly, want to see my rod, look him up. He's on YouTube. He uses Starlink on his boat, and he runs it off of the DeWalt batteries and the, there's a little deal that you can buy that, basically it's like a USB charger that you can use to slide onto your DeWalt battery or your Makita or Milwaukee or whatever. And it's got the Starlink plug built into it. So Rod uses that. He gets 4 to 5 hours out of each drill battery. But when it dies, your stream dies. Starlink takes about 2 minutes to pull back up once you swap the battery over. So if you know that the battery's getting to that edge and you tell people, hey, I got to swap the battery, the stream's going to buffer for a minute or two, a lot of times they'll stay around. But, he's had it happen where he's on a fish and the battery dies and people just bail out. So, but that's why I bought the power bank, the Jackery, because I can throw that in the Jeep, and we can go out in the desert and do live streams in the middle of the desert where there's no cell service whatsoever. I can throw it on the boat and get cell or Wi-Fi anywhere in any lake out here in San Diego. I can lug the 20 some odd pounds of shit that I got to take with it out to the deer woods and get cell service, or not cell service, but Wi-Fi where I don't get any service. So it's a good deal. But with the service, like say you know that January it's going to be fucking frozen and snowing and you ain't doing shit. You're not going to hunt, you're not going to fish. You're sitting in the house doing nothing for the whole month. You can cancel your Starlink service for the month. No fee, no nothing. It's pretty much like an as you go. If you're not going to use it in January, you don't pay the month of January. If February comes around and you're going to use it all month, then at the beginning of the month, you pay your service fee and you're good until, whatever. Like mine's the 4th. My Starlink bill rolls over on the 4th. So January 4th, they charge my credit card again and I get my data back to, square one. So I get my 50 gigs back for the month. I only have the 50 gig plan right now because I wasn't sure how much I was going to actually go through. And I think I'm going to end up going with the unlimited. So Starlink, a month. Okay, so every month is up to you. You can get the 50 gig plan for $50 a month. And you're going to average, say you're out on the boat fishing or whatever, you're going to average 2 to 3 gigs an hour that you're going to burn. So $50 for 50 gigs. With that plan, you can opt into the overage package where it's $1 a gig if you go over. So like basically $3 an hour on the boat. Or the unlimited plan is $169.99 a month. But there's you're never going to use all the data. It's unlimited. So don't smoke weed. It makes you stupid. Somebody should tell your parents that while your mom was pregnant with you. So yeah, Starlink's great. I love it so far. I was really frustrated with the original, like the first day I went out and used it, I was really frustrated getting it set up because I had to move spots like 4 times. So gig means nothing unless you're gigging frogs, right? Yeah, you'll use you'll use a good amount of data every stream. You'll use a good amount of data. If you can swing the $170 unlimited plan, I would highly recommend it. Unless you're only planning on I'm like tech-tarded. I'm straight up tech-tarded. So the 50 gigs, if you're only going to stream with it like once or twice a month, you'll be fine. If you want to go out, once a week for, an all-day fishing trip, you're going to go over that 50 gigs. So if you can swing the unlimited plan, do it. It's worth it. Especially if like, even if you're just going on a road trip or whatever, you get out in these areas where you don't have cell service or any of that, but you still have Starlink, so you can get out like, you can't make a phone call with it. I learned that one. It doesn't power your phone, your actual cell phone service. If you got no cell phone service, you got no cell phone service, pure and simple. But with Starlink, you can at least like email, or go on YouTube or, whatever, and tell a friend that, hey, like, my freaking radiator just fell out of my truck, and I'm at mile marker 12 on freaking Highway 6, 8,000 miles from nowhere. So you never use a gig, you just catch them with your hands. There you go. Hey, speaking of, all right, you guys, Rod is the man with Starlink. Direct all your Starlink questions, direct them to Want to See My Rod. He knows way, way, way more about everything. He can tell you way more about the power consumption, the data consumption, exactly what batteries he's using for his. Yeah. I was just right, Rod, before you jumped in, I was just saying, like, people should go check you out and ask you about the Starlink, because you're the one that's got it down. So I was just saying that we're going to do a Starlink stream tomorrow, and it kind of rolled into like the whole power consumption and data and how much of a pain in the ass it is to carry into the deer woods. So no, I don't use Starlink for home internet. I got AT&T for the home. My neighbor has Starlink, but I've never even met my neighbors. I've been here 2 years. I've never even met the neighbors. So I couldn't tell you how it works at home. But I know that the home Starlink setup, like the big, because the Starlink that you want, if you're going to use it on the go, is the Mini. The Mini is the only one that's portable. So that's the one that you're going to need. I don't know anything about the home setup for it. So you're working on a fallback for when my new stream setup, so when the battery dies, the stream displays. Oh, that's badass. That's badass. That's kind of cool. Because normally, like, well, I mean, everybody's pretty good about it on your streams, Rod. They know that, oh, Starlink's down, freaking, he's got to switch the battery. He'll be back in like 2 minutes. But that's awesome to see that you're actually doing a little freaking commercial break for it. That's cool. That's way cool. Shit, it's 9:15 already. I gotta be up in freaking 5 hours. Oh, that's a question for Rod right there, hunting and stuff. He will be able to break that down to you like as a science. Yeah, people like your stream buffers for 4 seconds and everybody bails out. 1,024 megabytes equals 1 gig. Okay, so hunting and stuff, you're gonna average about what I would say, 3 gigs an hour, Rod? Is that about right? Because I noticed that I've done, let's see, 1, 2, then like 5 or 6 hours. I burned through 15 gigs in two lives. So 1 to 3, depending on it's going to depend on your data speeds, and you can set. I don't know if you can do it on Android. I know on the Apple you can set the low data mode on your phone, and that kind of kicks down your video quality a little bit. Nobody seemed to notice any difference in the video quality when I was out in the deer woods with Starlink. I had it on the low data mode and all that, and nobody noticed a quality difference. So what does that cost you? The setup itself, the actual Starlink itself, is you can find deals. We got ours for like $219 on the Black Monday deal or Cyber Monday deal. You can find it under $300 every day of the week for the unit itself, and then your data plan, it's going to be either $50 for 50 gigs or $170 for unlimited data. So it all depends on how much you're going to use it. When Mrs. SoCal ordered it for me, and she had to freaking drop it on a live stream that she ordered it, I almost fucking screamed in the deer woods. I had to bite my freaking gloves, Mike Tyson style, not to freaking scream, jump up and down and shit. But she just got the 50 gig plan just to get it rolling. So, really, depending on how much you're going to use it, is how much you're going to spend in the end. So, I'm going to have to, deer season's about over. I think I'll probably do maybe one more, yeah, I can give you a shout right out of the fucking room, you asshole. How's that, you little douchebag, dick sucker faggot? All right. I'm not in the mood to deal with trolls tonight. Too tired. But yeah, it's going to depend on how much you're going to use it. Come February, March, April, when them big bass are feeding up and getting ready for pre-spawn and spawn and all that, I'm going to be out there like a mofo fishing the home lake. And I'll be using a lot of data, so I'll need that full, unlimited service. How do you find it? You go to starlink.com and look for the Starlink mini kit. And the signal, Kyle, you ever Want to See My Rod when he's out fishing? It gets damn good signal as long as you have an unobstructed view. So if you got trees or, whatever, they're going to kind of block your signal. So you got to have a clear view of the sky, just like any like satellite dish, you know what I mean? Just like DirecTV or freaking Dish Network or any of those, you need a clear view. But you're going to get buffering here and there, but you're going to be able to live stream and have basically internet where you don't have any service at all with your phone or internet or whatever. So it works pretty badass. The battery system, you can either go the way Rod did and use the drill batteries to power it, or I ended up just buying the big freaking power bank because my Makita batteries are only a 3 amp, 18 volt, but they're only a 3 amp hour battery, so they won't power it. Oh yeah, it uses way more because you're uploading and not downloading it. It's Rod will be able to explain all that to you guys like in grave detail. But yeah, streaming consumes a lot more freaking data. Hey, I guess the easiest way to break it down to make it sound, how it consumes data for the stupid and tech-tarded like me, when you're streaming, you're pushing the truck up the hill. When you're just watching videos and stuff, you're coasting the truck down the hill. So, it's a whole different animal. Stop. No. No. I'm not throwing that stupid ball for you anymore. No. Yeah, you're going uphill with the when you're actually live streaming, and you're going downhill when you're watching live streams. If that makes it easier to understand. But it's definitely worth it. Your first use with it's going to be a little bit your first use with it is going to be a little bit frustrating to figure out. Like, you're going to have to get it all set up and dialed in, and especially if you're like in the deer woods, because you got to make sure it's picking up the satellites. But once you get it all figured out and dialed in and set, you're set. So when I go out there tomorrow with it, I'll be able to go out, plug it in, set it up, wait for it to boot, and then start up the live. It's pretty quick and easy. So it's kind of like, you just plug it in and wait for it to turn on, just like you would with your laptop or whatever, As soon as you plug it in, give it power, and it turns on, it'll be good to go. But you got to, like I found out last time, I went to move spots last time. I used it out in the deer woods, and the little hole of the meadow that I found that, had some good view of the sky was actually too small for the Starlink to actually acquire the satellites. So you do need more than just a little bit of space, If you're in the deer woods, you need a good, decent meadow that you can put it in, where you don't have trees for 60, 70 feet, that you can actually get, you can acquire the satellite up over and through those trees. The first meadow I was in I was on a hillside, so I had a perfect view with the Starlink. But the second one I went to, it was just too cluttered in, so. No, so what'll happen is when you go to set it up originally, like DirecTV, you got to be pointed like, exactly the right direction, or you won't get their satellite. With the Starlink, what you'll do is you'll go out there, you'll set it up. It's all run through an app, right? So you download the Starlink app, you turn it on, you'll connect to the Wi-Fi. It'll have its own Wi-Fi. It'll have its own Wi-Fi network deal, right? Like, you connect to your home network, and it's like, Kyle's Wi-Fi or whatever your Wi-Fi is named, right? Starlink does the same thing. It'll help you. The app will help you keep it oriented. Exactly, Rod. There you go. Rod's the master at this shit. He understands like all of it. So I'm still fumbling my way through figuring it out. Yeah, exactly. You can point it, you can lay it you can go out in your front house, front of your house in the driveway and lay it on the ground and point it straight up, and it's going to work. But it'll tell you get better service if you tilt it this way, a little bit, or tilt it that way a little bit, but you're not going to have to worry about it as long as you can see the sky. If you can go outside at night and lay down on your back and look up at the sky and see stars, Starlink's going to work. Yeah, you'll definitely improve you will definitely improve if you, especially if you're stationary. Now, if you're moving around, you're going to, you're not always going to have the perfect freaking orientation on it. But if you're just sitting there, in the deer woods, it'll help you kind of adjust it to where you get the best signals. Is this guy from Afghanistan? Not anymore. Not anymore. Done with that place. So that's another one. It's going to depend on basically line of sight. Um, Remember your old cordless phones back in the day? Um, you could walk in like from the living room to the kitchen and you'd be fine. But if you walk down the hallway, like around the corner, it gets all staticky. It's going to be the same thing with Starlink. It's really going to depend. They say that you can be like 200 to 400 feet away. But your signal strength is going to be weaker the farther away you go. And if you're out in the deer woods, you got trees and bushes and rocks and all kinds of stuff blocking your signal between your phone or your computer or whatever you're using and the actual dish itself. So, it's going to really depend. I'm trying to keep it to where I'm like less than 15 feet away from it. So, but anyway, guys, I've been going for an hour here. I just started this live up to, no, you're not back, you dumb son of a bitch. You gone. I just actually started this live just to check the mics and make sure they're going to work. So it's freaking 9:30. I got to be up in 5 hours to get ready to go out there to the deer woods. So, yeah, with clear line of sight, you'll be good at 50 to 100 feet away. But they say, Starlink says you can be like 200 to 400 feet, depending, but I don't want to test that theory out. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it. Go inside, drink my nightly chocolate milk, go to bed, and wake up in 5.5 hours and go hit the deer woods. So I will see you guys bright and early from somewhere on the mountain. Thanks for your help with the mics, you guys. I appreciate it. And Rod, thanks for helping out with letting everybody know about Starlink. You guys, if you haven't subscribed to Rod, you need to. He's had some shit weather lately, so he hasn't been able to go out and fish. But if you guys like fishing content, he's your man. He when he goes to fish, dude, he goes to fish. He'll go out there dark, and he'll be fishing until 1, 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. So the guy gets out there before the sun comes up and damn near fishes till the sun comes back up. And go check out some of the videos he's put up too. He's got some really killer videos of pike and on the underwater camera. So pretty badass. So no, I'm going deer hunting in the morning. I'm deer hunting. I'll probably be out every day until New Year's Eve, unless I smack a deer tomorrow. But my plan is deer season ends on New Year's Eve, so I'm going to be out until, pretty much every day until then. And then after New Year's, it's all about being on the boat because there's no more deer hunt, so it'll be all about fishing. And then what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to be trying to hit, winter bass, but also I'm going to be trying to, once they start staging for pre-spawn and spawn and all that, I'm going to be chasing that freaking lake record at my home lake. So I'll be out a shitload over the next few months fishing. So anyway, guys, I'll be out in the morning. I'm going to try to get out there bright and early, hopefully walk in as it's starting to get gray light and be live by 6:37 my time in the morning. So I'm going to go grab some milk and go crash out, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks again for your help with the mics, you guys. That was huge. that saved me a shitload of time and frustration tomorrow. So, but again, guys, peace. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the morning. I'm out.